What's up, my gnomies? Welcome back for episode 15 of Dour Gnome Adventures. I'm your GM, Ryan. We got Mark.
Hey.
And Brian.
Hola.
And then there's Matt over there.
The party with the least rhythm in North America.
And then there's Dimitri somewhere over there, too.
That means we do not attract the worm.
It's true.
It is true.
Quick recap from
Sure.
Bob.
Last time we started investigating.
Go ahead.
We started investigating an altar room, and by investigating, I mean we triggered the altar, and it turned out that it was some sort of a murderous machine because, well, it tried to murder us, and it partially succeeded because it put Verkog's familiar into the dying state.
Yeah, we got to learn about the dying rules today.
Yay. As we retreated, because that somehow was the course of action that we took, we did some knowledge, or recall knowledge on it, and came to realize that it can be soothed by a perform check. And so Bob did just that, and it quieted down. And afterwards...
All of my heroic puking.
What? Yes. There was a lot of puking in between. Some of it was critically successful. You rolled a 20, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Anyway, so we skirted the room, investigated it without waking up the altar again, and then decided to proceed to one of the doors that the room is lined with. All of them are actually unlocked and untrapped as far as we can tell, but one of them has a padlock on it, and we are avoiding that for right now.
The door in the north.
The door in the north?
All right, but you guys have moved over to the door in the southeast.
Yes, we have.
And what do you do?
Cinderspark opens the door.
You open the door. It appears to be a storeroom of sorts. This chamber is covered with shelves on nearly every wall. Several crates and some barrels sit on the floor.
Huh. Just step right inside. Just look around a little bit.
Okay, you take a few minutes to look around. Go ahead and give me perception.
Let us perceive.
Ooh, somebody rolled well.
All right, what do you guys got?
It'll be a 22.
A 22. You're looking around. You're climbing up and down these shelves. You're able to piece together 45 copper pieces, a single platinum coin.
Ooh.
There are dozens of empty potions and elixir bottles, and many more that have shattered into fragments. You find also what appears to be some kind of potion or elixir. Who speaks Thessalonian?
I do, so does the Bob.
Yes, but I'm not in the room yet.
Right, but I'll be turning it over to you guys anyway, so...
So
all right.
There's something... So one of them has a label on it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Cinderspark is unable to read it. Probably does not want to read it.
Correct. These are words.
And there's a couple of pendants. One is caked in grime, and the other one is dust covered.
I throw detect magic in the room, just kind of whoomp.
Yes, you do detect magic.
I blow the dust off the one that's dusty. The grimy one I can give to Bob so he can clean it because he likes polishing things.
Yeah, prestidigitation will be really useful in this case.
Right,
well, I don't see anything new, so I just rely on whatever you guys show me.
The dusty one seems to be in the shape of an angel.
Ooh.
Is there a knowledge or lore check that would be tied to identifying if it's at any sort of significance, or is it just a angel pendant that somebody decided to fucking throw in the storeroom?
So you guys were able to detect magic in here, so you can try to identify magic items. Arcana, nature, occultism, or religion.
I roll occultism for a 13.
A 13, you're not sure what this is. It's a very nice looking angel pendant.
So I got a question.
Can I use a different skill to try again?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead, D.
My question is, if we're trying to figure out whether something is magic, does the person trying to figure out need to cast Detect Magic?
I already did.
Yeah, you got to identify it as magic.
So if he tells me it's magic, can I roll occultism to figure out what it is?
Sure.
Okay, I rolled again. I got a 15.
Yeah, you still don't know.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll try. I'm assuming a 10's not going to work.
No, a 10 is not going to work. You actually think that it is a demon. Bob, you roll an occultism check to identify magic on the pendant, on this first pendant. This is a crying angel pendant. What does a crying angel pendant do?
That is a very good question.
It makes angels cry, clearly.
This is what it sounds like.
This has the consumable, divine, and talisman traits, excuse me. You can activate it with 2 actions. When you activate this alabaster pendant, attempt to administer first aid using medicine with a +1 item bonus to the check. If you succeed and you are trying to stabilize, the target regains 1 hit point, losing the dying condition and becoming conscious as normal. If you succeed and you were trying to stop bleeding, the bleeding ends.
Is it consumable?
Yes. It is a talisman.
Do those have to be attached to gear, or...?
Yes, you would attach this to your armor.
Okay, and we do not have the kit that does that. But theoretically, it seems like Tad might benefit the most from it.
Tad, or Vercog.
Vercog, I don't wear armor. I'm not proficient with it. So, Ryan, that's a question that I have. And for the long run, can I just attach... can I attach talismans to my robes?
Sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Actually, what I wanted to do is I wanted to show the angel pendant to Tad and see if he can recognize anything religious about it.
Tad attempts a religion check.
It's very clearly a demon.
Yes, but which one?
Zarazna.
It's a 17 on the die for 23 total.
It doesn't seem to be specific to any religion.
Okay. So it's not going to compromise his connection with his god just if he picks it up or uses it.
Correct.
And the grimy one?
And the grimy one also, you detected magic in that direction as well.
Is that the one with the label?
No.
That was a potion.
Let's do the potion real quick. This label is written in Thessalonian and it reads, poison.
It could be a double blind.
Well, you know, maybe
I'll believe it, but I would also...
Maybe this is aged like wine. You know, when they opened up the Titanic, they found out that the really good wines that they had down there have turned to crap, but the crappy wines have actually aged well. So maybe after 10,000 years since ancient Thessalon, this poison has turned into a healing potion or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's that old.
No. Well, I mean, I'm just assuming that because I don't know any better.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay.
In or out of character.
All right, and then the next pendant, Bob, I assume you prestidigitate?
Sure. Yes, that will slowly clean it.
Get the grime off of it. To identify magic, you can roll Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion.
Well, I'll let Vercog get the first crack at it.
Here's an occultism.
Ooh.
What do you got there?
I got 28. With
28.
A critical.
Critical success.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pendant of the occult.
Okay.
This amulet is hollow and shaped in the form of an unblinking eye.
Uh-huh.
Its cavity typically holds some fragment of occult text. While wearing the pendant, you gain a +1 item bonus to occultism checks, and you can cast the guidance cantrip as an occult innate spell.
Is this single use?
It is not. It is invested.
Ooh.
Okay. So if somebody's... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We haven't come across invested yet.
Okay.
Investiture, when you're preparing your spells and such in the morning, you would prepare your magic items. Differing from other editions of Pathfinder or D&D derivatives, right? You can wear 10 magical items that have the invested trait. So you could wear theoretically 10 rings, right? You can only wear and use 10 magical items for a day.
Okay.
And every day you can invest different ones.
Okay.
Being that this is a short adventure, I don't anticipate that becoming an issue.
The guidance spell. Excellent.
You ask the guidance of supernatural entities, granting the target a +1 status bonus to 1 attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check the target attempts before the duration ends.
That's what I wanted to see.
The target chooses which roll to use the bonus on before rolling. If the target uses the bonus, the spell ends. Either way, the target is then temporarily immune for 1 hour.
And what is the duration?
Until the start of your next turn.
And the range is 30 feet.
So you don't have to do this to yourself. You can do it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to maximally control it, you could do it, and then your next action is at +1. But status bonus. So in case you get a status bonus from something else, it does matter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who wants a pendant of the occult?
I feel like the action economy, it might be best for me or Bob.
Well, I have no objections to you having it.
Okay. Especially the nice within 30 feet, I can shoot out that bonus to whoever needs it.
Mm-hmm. And you can power up your next spell if it uses an attack roll.
That's true, too.
Should be in your inventory.
Fabulous.
Oh, okay. So this is not actually going to stack with Courageous Anthem, because Courageous Anthem is a status bonus, but it is attack, damage, and saves against fear. So guidance can apply to other things, right?
Okay.
Perception.
And also, if you have decided to do something else.
That is true. That is true. I have on occasion done that. The something else.
Indeed.
All right. And who wants the poison?
Well, what can we tell us about this poison? Like, what kind of poison is it? Is it ingested? Is it like what's up?
It's in a vial.
Yeah, no.
We have to bring it back to Elsie for analysis, don't we?
Probably.
Because we don't have a field kit to identify it. And despite Vercog being internally unbreakable, I don't think we want to feed him the poison to identify it.
God, no. I would rather
Let's not do that.
To Cinderspark it goes.
I'm not a fucking trash compactor.
All right. So that is what you find behind door number 1.
I'd rather have the goat, Monty.
The goat is back in town.
You go to the door at the 2 o'clock position.
We calling that 2?
Yeah, I'm calling it 2.
Okay.
Everybody making their way up there?
You're
Making our way downtown, walking fast.
faces past and I'm homebound.
Just one question. Are you stealthing when you open these doors?
Sure.
I mean, I could. Is everybody else going to stealth?
Well, no, the question is specifically for you because you have previously opened doors and then the GM went, and now we're in initiative because you weren't stealthing.
Do we have another storeroom?
No, this seems to be somebody's quarters.
Okay.
These modest
are they dwarf-sized?
These modest chambers contain a small dusty mattress, a chest of drawers, and a writing desk. Standing upon the desk is a rusted iron sculpture depicting a mountain with a dagger buried in its side.
You should have the raven land on the writing desk.
100%.
After you've determined if there's anything magical in here.
Yep. Bloop.
The only magical thing is wondering why the raven is like a writing desk. I am so tickled right now.
All right, what do you want to do in here?
Search, just poke around. I don't want to touch the crusty mattress, though. That's disgusting.
I don't see shit.
I mean, it's not the shitter.
Exactly, and I was looking for it. Because I rolled a 2 on my perception. That must
Are you
be it.
kidding me?
What happened, Verkog?
So after rolling 3 1s in a row, I have now rolled another 20 for a 24 perception.
Okay, we have to make it so that Verkog doesn't roll anything until it's time for combat.
Verkog, you make your way over to the desk in there. Of course, for some reason, Verkog is attracted to a desk.
Mm-hmm.
And within the desk, you find an iron key.
Oh.
And
Is it rusty?
a rusty dagger. It appears to have runes carved into it.
What kind of runes?
Mm-hmm.
No intention of telling us.
First
You
of all,
can,
anything magical.
and when you detect magic, you do detect magic coming from the desk area.
Where I found the dagger.
Yes. And those runes kind of glow with the dagger.
Then perhaps we should be identifying the ruined dagger.
Arcana, nature, occultism, religion.
Okay. I have some of those things. We will go with occultism.
Well,
You are unfamiliar with these runes.
No. I am mildly familiar. I will tell you why. Because we leveled, I took a feat called Dubious Knowledge
Okay.
that says when I fail but do not critically fail, it might be a critical failure.
You learn a piece of useful and false information.
Something
But is that-
useful, something false.
is that recall knowledge or identify? Because I thought they were two
Ooh,
different.
yeah, they are two different skills. My bad. Okay.
And I will try to back you up with an identification check myself.
Bob identifies himself.
I'm magic.
I roll Arcana and get a 17.
What did you roll, Bob?
Only 1 point better, 18.
An 18. With an 18, you are able to identify this as a +1 rune.
Fabulous.
Though the dagger is ruined, you feel like you would be able to transfer the rune off of it.
You gave us the ruined dagger?
Yes.
So this is a remove the runes from here, place them somewhere else, and that becomes a +1 item.
So you can do that with any weapon, actually. You can transfer runes across weapons.
Do we need a kit to do that?
Yes.
Fabulous. Okay.
Well, let me double check that.
What do the
A while
runes do?
since I read that rule.
Sounds like these are just +1.
Yeah.
Can we slap them on an already +1 weapon?
No, you'd have to have a +2 rune to put it on a +1.
Gotcha.
Runes must be physically engraved on items through a special process to convey their effects. They take 2 forms: fundamental runes, property runes. Fundamental runes offer the most basic. So this is a fundamental rune. Or excuse me, this is a potency rune. Yeah. So it's a fundamental rune. It is a potency rune. Adds a bonus to a weapon's attack roll. And the striking rune adds an extra weapon damage die. An armor potency rune increases the armor's item AC, and the Resilient rune grants the bonus to the wearer's saving throws. Property runes, by contrast, grant more varied effects, typically powers that are constant while the armor is worn. The etching process, etching a rune onto an item, follows the same process as using the craft activity to make an item. You must be able to craft magic items, have the formula for the rune, have the item you're adding the rune to in your possession throughout the etching process, and meet any special craft requirements. The rune has no effect until you complete the craft activity. You can etch only one rune at a time.
Takes a day.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, you can transfer runes between 2 items. This uses the craft activity, and you must be able to craft magical items. That's a key one there. So you have to be able to craft magical items.
Mm-hmm.
You can either move one rune from one item to another, or swap a rune on one item with a rune on the other item. To swap, the runes must both be fundamental runes or both be property runes.
So this seems like a downtime activity, which we wouldn't be able to do while we're in here anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. So, I mean, we'll take it along, obviously, but we're not going to be fucking with it right now.
Yeah, you could sell it and get the money for it as well if you wanted to.
No.
Are you kidding me? They finally have a chance to have a magical dog slicer.
True.
Then you can slice magical dogs.
Nice magical dogs, yes. I'm glad we're on the same page there, Bob. But I would hate to see a magical dog.
All right, who's the keeper of the key?
I'll take the key.
And it probably fits the padlock, but we shouldn't go there yet.
Let's not assume things. It might fit like a cock cage.
I get the feeling that a key that large would be for a cage on a giant, and I don't want to meet a giant who had been pent up by that cage.
I kind of do.
Under different circumstances, perhaps. Because honestly, somebody who has been trapped in a rusted cage of that sort just...
Oh, fuck really... yeah, it'll be a rusty...
Yeah.
I'm just gonna open the next door if everyone's... I'm assuming everyone's in position.
You guys coming?
Yep. Hold on.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, contact.
Why does the bird get to move and I don't?
You open this door. It opens to another hallway with about 40 feet long, with another door at the end. There are 2 hallways going east and west from this hallway.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Everyone wait here.
Okay.
All right, so Cinderspark's going to step inside, close the door, and hide.
Okay.
Would you like me to roll stealth, or would you like to do it?
I'll roll.
Okay.
Okay.
And let us go and check out what is around these corners. Okay. And we'll continue over to the next intersection.
Yep, so you make your way to the first hallway. There's doors east and west, 10 feet from you.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way down another 20 feet to the next hallway. And again, there are 2 doors, one east, one west, 10 feet.
Okay.
Door 10 feet in front of you.
I'm not going to actually listen at the door, so we're just going to make our way back, and we report our findings. So, yeah, 4 more doors other than the one at the end of the hallway.
So total of 5?
Yeah. Could be bedrooms. Didn't listen at the doors, didn't check them out. Just wanted to see what was what.
Do you want to check these first before we proceed?
We could, theoretically. I don't know how this place is laid out.
Yeah.
Why don't we check all the doors here first, and then we'll come back?
Well, it seems like, based on the way we walked into this complex, just in case nobody remembers, the map. But like that hallway we walked into was like the first worked stone we had seen.
Yeah.
And then further down that hallway, which we didn't pursue, there were some sort of stairs going up. Like, in terms of as far east as you can be, those storerooms are it. So chances are the complex doesn't go much further east.
Unless there's a corridor that opens out from one of the doors.
Entirely fair.
I mean, we could check it out.
What? No, you're right. Let's finish with the doors in this room before we proceed to the doors in the next one.
Do we want to go for the locked door first, or we want to do the unlocked doors?
I think the unlocked doors, personally, unless you guys have a different opinion.
I tend to agree. Tad for Cog.
Me.
Yeah. Harbinger, you have a vote as well, obviously.
Having been nearly killed by something we encountered, yes, the Harbinger has earned the right to voice concerns.
I believe that unlocked doors would be the wisest course of action here.
We got the endorsement, so.
Work.
Okay. You go to the 10 o'clock door.
Yeah.
You open the door and you see another hallway.
Long ass.
This one is about 55 feet. There's a door at the end. There are 2 doors to the north. There is a door about 15, 20 feet in that goes to the south, and it looks like a hallway that heads south.
Okay. I have a sneaking suspicion. I'm actually going to go and check the other door in the south of the room first.
I'm going to close this door, though.
That's not nice.
It could be prudent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how many encounters would you like to have at the same time?
Well, it's all one. Oh.
And you see another hallway. Seems to turn to the south at about 20 feet, and there is a door to the north.
That is interesting. So there's probably a larger room over there that this door feeds off of down this hallway. I'm not an architect or anything. This is this is goblin observation. So gobservation. There's probably a larger room in this general vicinity, like in that area. Yeah.
And you're pointing to the north of this hallway between the 2 hallways.
Yeah, like where Tad is standing in the middle of the room, just glowing and not hiding. It's on the other side of that wall.
Okay.
Well, Tad can't help it. He needs his glowing balls to see.
I forgot about the glowing balls.
I mean, probably not in this room, because this room is full of torches.
That's true.
But elsewhere, his balls need to glow in order for him to see.
In this room, he just keeps them for accents.
If you had the option to have glowing balls, you would probably take them.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
You're definitely right.
Okay. So you guys have looked through 5 doors.
Well, if we're still committed to opening all of the doors in this room before exploring doors down various hallways, then it's just a locked door.
Honestly, I think proceeding down that locked door is exactly what the GM wants you to do, so we should go everywhere else first.
I would put forward the theory that if it's a locked door, then there's probably not an encounter in there that is something we need to find.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Do you want to stealth to the corner in this southern hallway and see how far that goes?
Absolutely. Cindy will step in, close the door so the light doesn't get in. Hide again, if you would like to roll that.
Okay.
And creep up and peek around the corner.
Yeah, you see another door to the south, about 10 feet.
That's very anticlimactic. It's just doors all the way down.
Like turtles?
Like turtles, yeah. It's like a Matryoshka doll of doors.
It's an exhibit. Your dog. We heard you like doors, so we put doors inside your doors so you can door while you door.
Mother... What? Moving on. I'm going to open this door again after Bob closed it.
Okay. This is the door at 11 o'clock. Or 10 o'clock, excuse me.
Jesus, I fucking lost an hour.
I know.
10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Is this what daylight savings time is actually like?
That's what it is.
In Galarian, yes.
Okay, so you know what? Let me sneak down this one too. If you would like to roll the hide for me, please.
Okay.
And we shall proceed to the intersection. Sound of a bug.
What do you see, Cinderspark?
There's another hallway and another intersection.
Yes. Another
And another door.
20-foot hallway goes south with a door at the end and turns west.
Am I brave or stupid?
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Yes.
Down the hallway it is.
Fabulous. I love that.
Oh, good. There's more.
Make your way to the intersection. You see 3 more doors down this hallway to the west.
There's always Mordor. All right. Well, I will simply sneak my way out of Mordor. It really is doors all the way down. I found 1, 2, 3, 4 more doors, other than the ones down this hallway. The hallway's kind of like a little bit of a J shape, a little bit, yeah.
Well, then the only question is whether we want to open the padlock door or whether we want to go somewhere else.
I kind of want to open the lock.
I agree.
As you are the key holder and the designated lock opener, I don't think any of us...
Hold on. Cinderspark is the key master.
I'm the key master. But who is the gatekeeper? I'm going to unlock the door with the key.
Yeah, you checked it for traps.
Yes.
You stick your key into the padlock and click.
Woo!
It unlocks.
Love it. Does the rusty key break?
It does not.
Good. Take that out. Can make a necklace out of it.
You open the door and you are greeted by these red, snarling eyes.
What the shit?
Gonna be initiative.
You know, I did listen for that goddamn... I hate you, Ryan. I do. I hate you.
So you did not roll... Well, I did not roll above its stealth DC.
Uh-huh.
I actually rolled a natural 2 for you on that.
Is this a dog?
Oh my god, it is.
It is a magical dog.
All right. Bob, what'd you roll for initiative?
You got me on there at 13.
For Cog, what about you?
I also got a 13.
Cinderspark?
I did not get a 13. I got a 14.
And Tad.
Tad got a 22.
And I got a 29.
I hate you. I also want to point out that I was the keymaster and we opened a door to a demon dog, so this is really just very apropos.
It really is.
This dog-looking creature has wicked canine features.
Triggered.
Yeah. Red eyes. Muscular.
After this encounter, even the goblins who did not have a phobia of dogs are going to develop one.
Lean, sleek dog with over-large ears and narrow paws. And...
It's the only one that we see?
Do you want more than one?
Just asking for clarification.
it is the only one that you see. Do you like a description of this room real quick? While we...
Yes, please. The room behind the dog.
Yes, the room behind the dog. The stench from over-full chamber pots is overpowering in this vast, dusty chamber. The remains of archery targets, practice dummies, and wooden training posts lie sprawled around the room. It appears the components taken from these old furnishings have been used to build a few rickety-looking beds to the north. A feeble oil lamp glows from the center of the room, perched on an old sawhorse. The only exit is a door to the south, the door that you just opened.
Yeah.
Which we didn't know because we can't see the full room. But see, they have chamber pots, so there's no shitter down here.
We should have expected this. We knew about the cargo in the hold. We should have expected this. I don't know what we should have expected, but we should have expected something.
This thing lets out a howl. I need a will save from everybody.
I am going to use a reaction. If any of us fail a saving throw, let me know. I think that's going to be me.
Yeah, I think you might be right, sadly, Bob.
So I think that 8 will fail, so I'm going to use my reaction for counter performance.
Okay.
Howl this motherfucker.
Tad.
Tad got a 25.
Tad got a 25.
Yeah. Well, 12 is better than 8, but I don't think 12 is going to make it.
So Bob got a 12. Cinderspark.
16.
16. And Recog.
18.
Explain the counter performance.
So when I or an ally within 60 feet rolls a saving throw against an auditory or visual effect, I can use my performance as a reaction instead. So the dog starts barking and I start yelling, and clearly it's not very effective. However, I just remembered something. I have hero points. Can I use a hero point to reroll my will save?
Sure.
Okay.
Re-roll the performance instead.
Because I only remembered it after I've already used the counter performance. So instead I'm going to roll that and maybe not need the counter performance because that is a 22 for a save instead.
That was a good use of a hero point. Here's what happens. Bob and Tad, you're fine. Cinderspark and Vercog.
Yeah.
You are going to be frightened 1.
18 is a failure, huh? Wow. Okay.
18 is a failure.
Okay. I am frightened 1.
If I could add the status, I would.
In which case I would have used my counter performance and failed because that's a 12 and that's worse than both of you guys rolled.
Tad, how do you want to respond to this thing that you were able to steel yourself against that vicious howl?
Tad is going to begin casting a spell. And he is going to need a basic will save.
Basic will save. 21.
All right, that passes. So, Tad attempts to push into the target's mind and daze it with a mental jolt. The way that it's described is the jolt deals 1d6 mental damage with a basic will save. So does that mean they are not damaged if they save, or is that only for the stun?
A basic will save is on a critical success, nothing happened. They don't take any damage. On a success, they take half damage. On a failure, they take full damage. And on a critical failure, they take double damage. And sometimes it'll say in the spell, like there's an added effect for critical failures.
I didn't realize Daze was also divine now.
Interesting.
Divine days.
So they take 2 points of damage. And then
What kind of
Tad
damage?
is going to use mental.
Mental. Okay.
Tad will use his final action to move closer next to Cinderspark at the doorway, and that's the end of his turn.
All right, Cinderspark.
Okay. Well, frightened or not, this is still a fucking dog. So,
I think you should
We,
be frightened too for a dog.
No. This is I would put forward the theory that I should have rage. But I'm going to try to tumble through its space and get to the other side of the dog.
Ooh.
So this is a function of acrobatics. So it takes an action. So you stride up to your speed. During this movement, you can try to move through the space of one enemy. Attempt an acrobatics check against the enemy's reflex DC as soon as you try to enter a space. You can tumble through using climb, fly, or swim, or another action instead of stride as in the appropriate environment. But obviously we're just walking because we're normal people. So yeah, success. You move through the enemy space, treating its squares as difficult terrain. If you don't have enough speed, then you get the same effect as a failure. Failure, your movement ends and you trigger reactions as if you had moved out of the square you started in.
Okay.
So I'll take the risk.
You will take the risk. Awesome. I love it.
Because it's just a fucking dog. Fuck that dog.
This is a rather large dog, by the way.
It's a dog.
What did you roll?
So I rolled a 13 for a 19. So it's against his reflex DC.
Against his reflex DC, that is a regular failure. You do not make it through.
Okay. Well, then I trigger reactions as if I had moved out of the square.
And it does not take a reaction at this time.
Wonderful. I'm going to try again, because it's only a single action, and I'm determined to get on the other side of this dog. That is going to be a 23.
A 23. That is a success. You make it through.
Hell yeah, I'm on the other side of the dog. But no one's flanking with me, but that's okay. You can flank later. Instead, I'm going to take the dog slicer and I'm going to put it to its actual use and slice this dog.
Finally, a dog to slice.
Exactly. I've been waiting for this moment, and I rolled a 4. So does a 10 hit?
Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit.
I blame the fact that it's a dog.
Yeah, and you're scared. You're frightened.
No, we don't get frightened, especially of dogs.
When you end your turn, you will no longer be. I think.
I have ended my turn, and I still be.
Unless specified otherwise, at the end of each of your turns, the value of your frightened condition decreases by 1.
So it should. I should no longer be frightened.
I think you can click on that or right-click or something.
I could just click delete item.
Ooh. Item deleted.
Wow.
Scandalous.
All right, Rakog.
Fuck yo dog.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're gonna drop a hex on him. We are going to cast Shroud of Night on the dog. The save is a 17 will.
17 will. 26.
My gosh. Okay. Then a different spell. I will cast Void Warp at it in the hopes that helps.
Warp its fool.
This is a Fortitude. 17 is the number we're looking for.
24.
That went well. And those are my actions, and the frightened status should go away now.
Yes.
It doesn't deal damage anyway?
No.
Basic fortitude.
Basic fortitude.
So yes, it would do half damage.
Okay. Go. Take 3, evildoer.
Yeah, take 3 dog damage.
That's 3 actions, Rakog?
Yep.
Bob, do you want to put that new hammer to use?
No.
Okay.
Because I think Tad is going to be the one who wants to step into the... Oh! Wait. The dog thing goes at the top of the round, doesn't it?
They do. Yeah, they do.
So if I want to make sure that it doesn't move, that I have to step into there. Okay. Well, action 1 is Courageous Anthem. So everybody gets a plus. All right, fine. I guess we're doing it. Action 2 is stride, and action 3 is hammer the dog.
Bad dog.
Yeah.
Dog hammer, huh?
Actions. Yes.
That'll be its name afterward.
Well, if it hits. And it is off guard or whatever flanking gives me, but I rolled a total of 13.
It is off guard.
Yeah, 13 is not going to be enough to hit.
All right, so all I've managed to do is bottle it up in there, and I am done with my turn.
It's a bottled dog.
Should not have done what you guys were telling me to do, but it's too late now.
We never listen to the DM.
All right, so this
You guys
dog,
encouraged the GM too.
I just encouraged hurting the dog.
That is true, but I have more effective ways of hurting the dog.
This dog is going to step up into the air as if walking on air, up over Cinderspark and to the right.
The fuck?
And back down to the ground.
I don't like this.
Perhaps we should have tried to identify it.
And that's one action. For a second action, it's going to bite at Cinderspark. Okay. You should probably nimble dodge.
This has always worked so well for us in the past.
That is a 26 to hit.
Sorry, that's going to miss today because I don't want to be bitten by a dog.
All right. Which one of these? That one and that one. You take 9 points of piercing damage and 3 points of spirit damage.
I take 12 points of dog damage.
And then...
No and then.
No.
There's a couple and thens. I'm going to need a will save.
16.
16. You become a frightened one again.
Been through this dog.
And then...
No and then.
And then...
Oh, wait, hold on. Courageous Anthem is supposed to apply to saves against fear, so that's actually a 17.
You fail.
You know I hate you, Ryan.
All right. I am going to roll an athletics check
¿Por qué?
against your reflex DC, and that is a 27.
I don't know what my reflex DC is.
It's your reflex plus 10.
That'll be 18.
18. So that is not a critical failure, but a failure nonetheless.
Well, it's not a failure on my part. It's a success on his part.
It's a success on my part. Sorry. You fall and land prone.
This is why I hate dogs.
This is why you hate dogs?
This is why. This is what they all do. Like you bring him into your house, it's like, oh, isn't he cute? No, look at it.
It bites out at your leg, latches on, and just pulls and knocks you to the ground. Tad.
That's not nice.
Ted is going to take movement into... he's going to move past Cinderspark and past Bob. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me.
Literally on the ground.
Excuse me.
Yeah. He's
stepping over Cinderspark.
Yeah, I just went 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, that's 25. So he is able to take the other corner of the dog. If he has any reactions, he's more than happy to take an attack.
He doesn't take a reaction.
Okay. So for his first attack, he will roll a 19 on the die for 27 total.
27 is a hit.
Good boy, Tad.
Right. With a 2 on the die, that's 6 total.
6 points of damage. You guys are doing a little bit of damage to it.
He will take a second map attack with a 9 on the die for a 12 to hit.
A 12 to hit is a miss.
And that is the end of Tad's turn.
All right. Cinderspark.
I would like to stand up.
All right. Go ahead and remove the prone condition from yourself.
And then I would like to kill the dog. So we are, yes, attacking said dog. That is considerably better. So I rolled a 17. It's going to be a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Excelente. Not off guard, though, so that sucks. You can't... Oh, of course I rolled a 1, and you take 4 dog slicey damage.
4 dog slicer damage.
There's still more dog to slice.
There is still more dog to slice.
And we are going to be using the map and attacking again, because we don't like dogs. That is going to be a 15 to hit. Or, I'm sorry, an 18 to hit. I rolled a 15.
An 18 to hit is a hit.
Excelente. Take yet more damage. Oh, okay, 5 more damage.
I will take 5 more damage.
And that is three actions, I'm assuming, because I had to take an action to step up. And we are going to be done, which will make me not frightened any longer.
Ryan, remind me, do we have access to the spells and such that we got when we leveled?
Yes.
Fabulous. And yet, not on my list yet. Okay. Not that big of a deal.
That's right. I forgot we leveled up and got new stuff. I could have done other things. It's okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, no, 25. And we will cast needle darts on the bad guy.
Hell yeah, needle the dog.
Yeah, here's open. 17.
17 does not hit it.
Okay. And that is the end of my turn. I moved and I struck.
Bob Goblin, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, it seems like we're all congregating inside the kennel. So I will proceed into the room where the dog was. I will once again cast Courageous Anthem so that we're all more courageous. And then, despite my better judgment, I am going to strike at it with my Warhammer.
Hell yeah.
And that is below 18, so that is a miss. That's the turn.
You guys still have not identified this thing.
The dog.
And it moves back the way it came, stepping over Cinderspark.
Goddamn dogs!
If this dog ends up on the other side of the door and then closes it, I'm going to be very pissed.
I don't think it has thumbs.
I wouldn't be pissed. I have the key.
It's a padlock.
Yeah, but it can't lock. Okay. Anyway.
Do you really want to dare it?
Yes, I dare the dog.
I mean, it does walk through air. Like, what do you want to test? What it might be able to do?
Yeah, I dare you to get on my couch.
It is gonna bite at Cinderspark again.
I nimble dodge.
Okay. You nimble dodge. Does that help you against a 25?
No, Ryan. No, it fucking doesn't.
She.
Give me another will save, please.
Fucking damn, I hate it. 20.
You are not frightened.
Yay!
I love that for you.
How
What?
much damage am I taking?
I'll get there. We're gonna do We're gonna try to take you down first.
Okay.
Natural fucking 20.
I mean, I can't be more prone than prone.
Oh, but can you?
No.
On a critical success, the target falls, lands prone, and takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, but how much damage did I take from the bite initially?
Yep, I'm gonna roll all these dice. You hear the dice?
Yeah.
I loathe you.
All right. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. You take 4 points of spirit damage. And then you take 12 points of piercing damage.
Right, I'm at negative fucking 3.
Yee.
All right. We are testing out the death and dying rules again. And it automatically moves you in initiative order.
Yay. To right before it, when it just fucking went.
Well, the reason it does that is so it gives your allies a chance to bring you up, and then you save before it would go again.
Fuck the dog, fuck my allies, fuck me, and fuck you.
Well,
Fuck my dice.
There was a lot of fucking going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Tad, you just seen Cinderspark get dropped to the ground.
Screaming all the while, this is why I hate dogs.
this totally makes sense now.
Well, the damage that took him down was actually the crit success on the trip. So it bit him. He screamed, "This is why I hate dogs." And then the dog slammed him against the ground and he stopped talking.
Oh no, it sweep the leg, Cindy.
Mm-hmm.
Ted is pretty sure he's probably done battlefield medicine on Cinderspark.
It doesn't look. I don't have that written down.
You did in the hallway.
Fantastic.
In the hallway, you did.
Oh. Okay.
How is
Well,
that
in
once
that
a
case-
day?
It is
Sorry,
once a day.
was that treat wounds or battlefield medicine?
Pretty sure it was battlefield medicine, or if it wasn't in the hallway, it was after I got crit by the dwarf.
Okay, cool. He will reach out then and cast a healing spell, which will give you 5 points of damage.
Healing. Hit points back.
Yep, 5 points. Yeah. He'll take a step, and then is he able to reach around the corner and attack, or?
Yeah, it's going to get a cover bonus.
That's fine. He'll at least take one swipe and attempt to draw further damage towards him. 9 on the die for 14 total.
Yeah, that is not going to beat its AC.
Okay. That's the end of Tad's turn.
All right, for Cog.
We're going to try that combo again. I'm going to try to make it blind. And then we're going to cast needle darts at it. So let's Shroud of Night it. DC 18 will.
9. Will. Will, you said 15.
Yes. Still a failure. It is currently blind. All creatures are concealed to it.
All creatures are concealed. Okay.
Does it have greater dark vision?
Go ahead and give yourselves the concealed condition.
Okay. And I would like to know what this is.
You would like to know what this is. I bet you would.
So I will recall knowledge. I will use an action.
You can do that. Roll Arcana, Nature, Religion, or an applicable lore.
Goblin lore.
Okay. Not occultism, right?
Not occultism.
Okay, then Arcana it is. Come on, big number here. 17.
17. You are not able to identify this.
Understood. Okay, for my last action, I am going to command the Harbinger to...
Outside.
Okay. So I'm going to command the Harbinger to... Well, let me... I'll link what I'm doing. There we go. I do that.
And what is that?
Okay, it is called Familiar of Stalking Night. Your familiar is dark of fur or feather, and light seems to disappear into it. When you cast or sustain a hex, and your familiar is adjacent to the enemy to which it's concealed, hidden, or undetected, the enemy becomes frightened 1.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
All right, so that would happen on its next turn.
Yes, sir.
Or on your next turn, because you'd have to sustain the hex, right? All right, Bob.
Oh, it says when you cast or sustain.
Yeah, but it wasn't adjacent when I sustained. Cast.
Cast, yep.
Okay, let's see what my options are. I am actually going to try to annoy it with a goblin song.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go with Dangling Corpse's Pockets yet again. So this is a performance check against the will DC of a single enemy. And is its will DC 23 or lower?
It is.
Okay. Is it 13 or lower?
It is not.
So it's a regular success then. It takes a -1 to perception and will saves for a round. Since I didn't crit, I can't fascinate it, because if I'm in combat, it has to be a critical success. But that means its will save is now lower, so targeting it with a will spell would be a good idea. So I am going to... first of all, I'm going to click on it. Does that do targeting? No? Alright. I'm going to cast...
It's Goblin Song, you said?
Yes. It is the... Well, on my sheet, it's under the actions.
Yeah, I got
Goblin Song. It's a -1 to will saves.
Yep, I put it on it.
Okay. And this is a basic will against a DC 17 or a daze.
Basic will save, huh? 15.
Okay, so that is a failure, but not a critical failure. So we just do our D6 because I'm not singing. Well, not do. Oh, okay, sure. There we go. 6 points of mental damage to the dog.
Ouch.
And that is the end of my turn because that's 3 actions.
All right, and we will find out what happens next week.
Aww.
That is insanely cruel, and I hate you, and you have a terrible week, Brian.
I think we should name this episode the one where Brian is big mad.
Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Filip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.